Bando came alive, and rightly so, as old boys of Bishop Herman College returned home where it all began. It was the 70th anniversary homecoming, and that saw a cocktail of activities. I'll tell you about all of it shortly. But let's begin with a career and business day session where senior old boys mentored the students and offered career advice. And when we said we were coming home, we meant exactly that. Friday night's float in town drew many residents out of their spaces to behold the men that have become family. And then the convoy of old boys joined in. Bando town was literally lit. Celebrations would last deep into the night, but not without the highly anticipated Bobo night. Of course, members of the Council of Elders, Bobu executives, were not left out. For many of the old boys, there was no time for sleep, and so it was a matter of keeping awake until the speech and prize giving day event proper. Despite a conspicuous absence of special guests, President Akufo-Addo and Volta Regional Minister Dr. Archibald Lecha, speakers at the colourful event were unanimous. The school needs urgent help. Speaker after speaker reiterated the same call, including Bando MP, Dela Soa, MCE and Old Boy, Jeffrey Badasu, Bobu President Dr. Seto Osai, and Overlord of Yakpeni State, His Majesty Togbegan Dagadu IX.
Despite the efforts of all the stakeholders, including all boys, it is sad to say that the status of the HECO has been falling. The current state of the school roads, teachers' bungalows, other dormitories, and the uncompleted assembly hall complex, classroom blocks, and laboratories are not befitting of a grade A school. To restore the HECO to its former glory, the leadership of the Old Boys Union have developed what we call the Diamond Agenda. This is a 5-year plan in which we envision the return of the Bishop Herman College to high standards of discipline, academics, and other improved infrastructure to make the environment befitting for teaching and learning. In the coming months, we are going to engage all the stakeholders to fine-tune the Diamond Agenda and develop an implementation plan so that by the time we are celebrating our Diamond jubilee. All of us will be proud of what we have achieved.
I, on behalf of the management and all boys of the school, want to appeal to the government to bring back our smiles and re-award the infrastructural contracts here. I assure you, it's an investment worth making, especially when value for money is most essential for the nation, considering our economic woes. Indeed, the Bishop Old Boys Union, BOBO, has also been rallying support and contributing their widow's mites. And that is probably why we've not had a total collapse of some structures on this campus. I want to call on the government to, as a matter of merit, solve the infrastructural situation on this campus. Pando has delivered as a hub for education in Ghana and has not asked for much in return. The human resources Pando has churned out over the years is comparable to gold, oil, or any other resources we cherish as a nation. Yet, we lack the commensurate royalties and resources that accrue to other areas for the development of their people. In that light, I want to remind the government to also consider the broader development of Pando by helping with the siting of a tertiary institution here, or the elevation of one of our second cycle schools to tertiary status, working on our town roads and sporting and recreational facilities for the youth. In fact, these are just reminders from the President's recent visit in September, and we pray they will be carried out with utmost alacrity.
For President of Volta Regional House of Chiefs, also an old boy, Togbe Teprehodo IV, the call for the Catholic schools to be handed back to the church cannot be echoed loud enough. For him, it is the only way the decay in these schools in terms of infrastructure and equipment could be addressed. Headmaster Dominic Kudolo gave some updates on happenings in the school under his watch while roundly acknowledging the efforts of his predecessors.
This road network, which was awarded for construction in 2016, has been abandoned by the contractor after digging some trenches and the construction materials left on the road, leaving the campus in a complete mess. The most worrying, Toby Chairman, is the condition of the giant block, which is in a serious state of disrepair. The multi-purpose block, which provides shelter for majority of students, also houses the school's library and bookstore. The block was awarded for renovation in 2016, but the contractor left site. Currently, the roof got ripped off by a rainstorm and it leaks seriously, having a devastating effect on the library and the bookstore. Staff bungalows are inadequate. This compels management to pair families in bungalows meant for one family. The inconveniences and attendant problems do not give the teachers the peace of mind to give up their best. Our school vehicles are broken down beyond repair. There is no bigger bus to ease the difficulties in transporting students for educational trips and related activities. There is no official vehicle to help in administrative duties and to convey the headmaster to official meetings and functions. It is sad to note that pickups were given to all schools in the municipality, leaving out Bishop Herman College. Please help us with an official vehicle for administrative work. We are appealing. All other stakeholders, NGOs and philanthropists to come to our aid in finding solutions to these serious needs of the college. We, as a school, will do everything on our part to provide quality teaching to our students despite these challenges.
Dean of the Municipal and District Chief Executives of Volta Region, DC for Afadjato South, Etonam Flolu, read a speech on behalf of the President in which he touted the commitment of government in ensuring promotion of education.
We are investing a lot into the future of the country. We know that we need to boost that with our infrastructure, because once you make it free, a lot of people come in to do that. That is why it's equally one of the key things of my government, which is the Nana Akufo-Addo's government, is to ensure that we extend infrastructure development to most of the schools, if not all the schools. And my government is determined to working towards improving the infrastructure of the college. As a government that has prioritized education as a social leveler and a means of transforming our country, I would like to assure him, let me take my time to read this. I would like to assure him that his appeal for a bus and a state-of-the-art administration block befitting the status of the college will receive the needed attention of my government. That is the government of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. The rehabilitation of the campus roads and renovation of the assembly hall will all receive the needed attention from my government as well.
After the speeches and messages came due recognition for the illustrious team that won the Volta Zonal National Science and Math Quiz competition and went ahead to make a historic showing at the quarterfinals stage of a national competition. By this, the team earned a seeded spot for next year.
You reasserted the academic dominance of the college by winning for the first time the Volta Zonal National Science and Math Quiz competition. You crowned the year with an historic quarter-final qualification, thereby granting the college a seeded status. For this feat, the Board of Governance of the college, management, and the staff on this occasion of the 70th anniversary celebration of the college celebrate your gallantry and success.
Their teachers who coordinated the NSMQ Academy were also duly acknowledged.
They have a plaque in addition to the citation. That is the two lead coordinators, Mr. Agutwi and Mr. Musa.
The boys would be looking to stand on the shoulders of this batch of contestants to raise the name of a college high at next year's competition. And of course, there was time to acknowledge retired teaching and non-teaching staff whose contributions over the last decades have ensured the steady stream of students who've gone through the four walls of this college have become rounded professionals. We remember former senior housemasters Mr. Samuel Gidigasu, Mr. Livingston Dacha, an elective maths don, Mr. Saba, Matron Elizabeth Antonio, and many others. Top performing students across the year groups during the academic year were also awarded. And before we climax it all, Bishop of the whole diocese, Most Reverend Emmanuel Fianu, had some admonition for students